Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to Signs of Solo Final Fantasy Tactics Challenges. As you may have gathered from the last video, I'm not really going to do the Heaven Knight challenge anymore. It simply doesn't offer enough for me to talk about. The battles, I wouldn't say they're easy, but what they are is simple. Every strategy for every battle is basically going to boil down to throw a lot of Heaven Thunder at it and hope it sticks. Well, that's not necessarily unfun to play. It's very difficult to comment for, and I just can't really, I can't really work with it, and I don't think it was as popular as the solo challenge anyway. So, we're going to go back to the solo challenge I was thinking of doing at the end of the last one. And as you can see, this is Temple Knight. I'm actually at Mandalia Plains, and yes, I have hacked in the leather helmet and the leather armor. Technically, the challenge isn't supposed to start until Door to Trade City, but I'll start it now, and in exchange, I'll go and get the equipment now. So, we will start the battle, and as before, we will discuss the intricacies of the Temple Knight in the fight. That little skipping nonsense crap. Anyway, the Temple Knight is actually very similar to the Geomancer in that it's sword-wielding and magic-y. One of the downsides we got here is, hold on a minute, I want to make sure I don't screw this up. Yes. Our duty is to destroy the Death Cores. Alright. So, yeah, the running Beowulf sprite messes things up a bit, but if I don't run it, it messes things up even more. Where was it? Alright. Basically, one of the first things I want to mention about the Temple Knight are their equip selections. As you notice, they've got shields, armor, and helmets. Now there are two other equipments that you didn't notice me using that are very worth mentioning. Knight swords and robes. Actually, robes aren't that worth mentioning. They might come up every now and again. The most important one, though, are the frickin' pardon me. Are the frickin' knight swords. And that's not going to make a big deal. Eventually, we're going to go and get, or land for the most of the game, because you can't really get them in an SCC. At least if it's not like Mediator or Chemist or something. So basically, for the most of the game, we're just going to be using regular swords or fists. Probably regular swords simply because we can't equip hats or clothes, so we can't do the power sleeve twist headband combo to make physical damage, to make our punch damage better than our sword damage. Oh yeah, for some reason, Beowulf starts off knowing zombie. I really don't know why. It's not particularly useful either. I mean, granted, these abilities are instant, which I will discuss later, so I can imagine it being useful. It'll especially be useful in the fight against Algus, because we can just zombie the bastard, let him auto-potion himself to death. Oh my god, that is going to be the best Algus fight ever! Oh, I think I'm getting aroused. Okay, so yeah. Eventually, we'll be able to get the Excalibur for this thing, and then we'll have our perma-haste, and I don't remember what its weapon power works out to be. I think it ends up being about 12 to 14. It ends up being pretty close. Its effective weapon power, after we figure in the Brave, it ends up being pretty close to what we get out of a rune sword, except we also get the haste. So, that'll be great. The best thing is we get that before the particularly hard battles of Chapter 4 come into play. We're going to have to fight Ygraf as normal, but a Dremelk, Dice Star, Zalbag, and of course all the end battles will be fought with Excalibur as our weapon, giving us perma-haste, which will just be excellent. Rafflesburger. Is that actually his name, or am I just a lunatic? Huh. I wonder what happens if I zombie an enemy and then they try to get a crystal. Unfortunately, I can't hurt him, so he won't try to go and get the crystal if I zombie him. Alright, and he'll probably hit me. Alright, and now we'll get it. Oh, wells. Oh, goddammit. We used to have a perfectly good Phoenix down. It's a crime, I tell you. Alright, this guy's brave. Okay, we're safe hitting him. He probably won't counterattack. Yay! Alright, so that's the most important thing, is eventually we will get Excalibur. However, we cannot wear clothes or hats, so that means no power sleeve, no twist headband, no judo outfit, and no thief cap. Now granted, no thief hat is made up for somewhat by being able to equip the Excalibur. But still, that is going to be something we're going to be missing. The only armor that's really noteworthy is, let's see, the Reflect Mail, which we get like very late in the game, towards the end, about the same time we get Excalibur. In fact, I think exactly the same time we get Excalibur. And that does, of course, I think it's the highest health armor, and it gives us permanent Reflect. I don't think Beowulf has any spells that target himself. Okay. I think he can target himself with Faith, and I think... Please let him be able to target himself with Innocence. Oh, God. Oh, God. Yes. Yes. Okay, but even then, most of the time... But the simple fact of the matter is, we want to target him with Innocent when we don't have Reflect Mail, and a couple times when we do. But other than that, it'll be a great improvement. The other ones are all robes, either for their bonuses to health or their special effects. Most notably the white robe, which gives us half protection from all elements. That's not as useful considering we have shields. So when we know we're going up against a specific element, we can... I might as well move on here. So, like, when we're going against Beowulf, we can just wear the white shield. But if we're going against mages and they're going to be a problem, we can bring the Aegis shield or a white robe, and that might make a difference. For the most part, though, we're just going to be using the helmet and armor that provide the most health. Occasionally, I might bring robes, especially early on when I need the MP more. But for the most part, our equipment is going to be relatively boring. There's going to be a little bit of variety in the shields. There's going to be a little bit of variety in the accessories. But the swords are pretty much going to be whatever the most powerful sword is at the time, and whatever the most powerful shield is at the time. The shield, of course, will be swapped out for one of the elemental shields or the Aegis shield, or our most powerful shield, which will eventually become the crystal shield, which will farm probably before the second Wygraph fight. I can't remember. The book storage place would be a good time as any to start that. Or maybe after it. It depends. Alright. Alright, so let's... Okay, now we're here, and we can actually buy the stuff they sell in the stores, which is actually better. Yeah, this is the only time... the only way you'll ever use the leather or helmet or armor is if you're either really poor or if you're doing a challenge like this, where you can't get access to it. Because you unlock the bronze helmet and Living Curious by now. It's kind of pointless. Alright. Alright, so we got the extra thingies. We need the extra pair of battle boots. Alright. Now, I don't know how I want to do this. I think we're going to want to leave Algus a squire so he can get me extra JP. Delita we're going to be taking into Monk Delita yet again. Because I love Monk Delita. It's pretty sweet. Punches guys and he doesn't afraid of anything. As before, I did hack Delita because I really didn't feel like spamming the battle, so we got on Phoenix Down and Auto Potion. Because like I said, I could do that on my own time, but I've got better things to do than sit in front of a monitor and grind it out manually when it doesn't actually take any challenge. Let's see. Ooh, I can have Chemist as a support ability. Isn't that fancy? Alright, we're going to give him move +1, I think is the best option here. Yeah, he doesn't really need a counter... Oh, of course he needs a counter ability. It's called Auto Potion. I'm smart. Anyway, move +1 to help him get around the battlefield. And we'll go and get him... Actually, we're going to... Let me see here. Okay, no, we're going to get Equipped Shield pretty easily. And that's what I like to use for his thingy. But I think we might as well make Algus a knight as well. Except he can't become a knight because he's an absolute loser. What does he have for items? Okay, he's got potion, that's something. You're not completely worthless, just almost completely worthless. Alright, so let's go and get Delita equipped. He can't get us job experience if he's getting murdered by virtue of not having enough health. Ah! Right, that's the screensaver. I'm gonna have to see about that later. Anyway, strictly speaking, I didn't. I hacked these in, but whatever. It's 100 gold. It makes up for the potion that the Phoenix Down that deleted wasted on Algus anyway. So there we go. Got enough going for now. I think we are fancy pants. Alright, so let's see if make sure we can skip the Mandalia plains about. Okay, cool. Alright, I think they're all I think I did make them all. Oh, wait, no, I left him. Alright, I left him a squire because he's too stupid to do stuff. Alright, well, we'll have to keep him alive. Actually, no, we don't. Because, sure, we want him to get experience, but if he's alive, he's wasting experience on us. And really, we don't even need him for this battle, so, yeah, fuck it. Don't you go stealing my experience, you bastard. Delita and me need it more. How the hell are you higher level than us? Would you buy that with your no-nose money? Ugh. Sickens me. Alright. So, Swiggy Woods. So full of swig. Alright, so yeah, I spent all that time talking about Beowulf's equipment, and I haven't actually gotten around to talking about his abilities. Well, first of all, as you all know, he's a special class, so his reaction, support, and movement abilities are based off of, Did the goblin just take Ramza's face? Huh, that's interesting. Alright, we do have a shield, but it's not a very good shield, so we don't want to dive in. None of these enemies can heal themselves, so I can't use my one spell. Alright, so for a reaction ability, we're going to have counter tackle. It's pretty boring, yeah, I know. It's not completely worthless. It will do some okay damage, and a tackle does have a 50% chance of knocking the enemy backwards. Curses. So, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It means whenever somebody makes a physical attack against us, we're going to have a, 37% chance, or about 1 in 3 chance of knocking the enemy one space away and making room. As Beowulf, we're not going to be doing most of our damage in the really hard fights with our melee attacks, so that's not really going to be a problem. Making... Oh, Jesus, I think I jumped into the frickin' fire here. So, getting knocked back isn't a bad thing. It's kind of... we want to make room, so it's not going to be a huge game changer. It sure as hell isn't Counter Flood, but it is going to be handy, and I'm going to be glad I have it. Support abilities, we don't really have any good options here. We're going to have gain JP up to get our abilities at first. Oh, come on. Yes! Go shielding rangers! Wait, have I done this before? I think so. I really am a nerd. Big ol' nerd. Okay, what's your bravery? Are you going to counterattack me? Well, Flea's got Phoenix Down. Fuck. Alright, so, I don't even remember what I was talking about anymore. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we're going to use Gain JP up. Monster Skill is, I'm pretty sure, completely worthless. It could be used in Aragway Woods, and that's basically about it. Now, are you going to resurrect me? Oh, fuck you, Delita. Some friend you are. Now I see you for the backstabbing, evil, backstabbing bad guy you really are. Alright, so, yeah, in the end, the only one we're going to have is Defend. Now, that's actually not as bad as it might sound. Yes, Defend is kind of... Okay, now I just want to get experience and not die. Okay, more likely to hit... Actually, what about... we don't want to... Okay, looks like I cannot hit myself with my own spells, so I may not be able to hit myself with Faith or, Alright, no experience for me. So I may not be able to hit myself with, those abilities, which kind of sucks. However, Defend does have some uses. What it does is effectively it doubles your dodge rate. Now, for most classes, this is crap. But as a Temple Knight, I do have access to shields. And that's awesome. With a shield and a mantle on, that's a lot of extra evade that we wouldn't get otherwise if we defend. So in the grand scheme of things, it's not the best support ability, but it is going to be one that's going to be occasionally useful. When we really need to make sure to not be hit, and it's just not worth taking the hit to make a hit, so to speak. I don't know how often it will come up, but it will on occasion. And of course, last but not least, move +1. As you can see, Temple Knights have a base movement of 4, so this means that once we learn move +1, we'll have a base movement of 5, and that'll go up by 1 for a base movement of 6 when we wear our boots. So we're going to have some great mobility. Counter Tackle is going to help push enemies away from us every now and then, and we don't get Don't Move for our enemies, though, but Don't Act is kind of the same thing. It makes them run away. Alright. Now, I think we're going to want to get Drain. We don't have much MP to use it with, but being able to heal and make a ranged attack is pretty handy. Okay. Last but not least is the part I haven't really been getting to, and that's the actual class abilities. That's the actual Magic Sword. Now, Magic Sword is based off of the Oracle ability list, with some additions and changes. First of all, the spells are all instant, but they're also all single target. So it's kind of a trade-off there. But they also have a much higher success rate. A much higher success rate. I think Drain was like 40% more likely to hit. Significantly more likely to hit these abilities are. Do we want? No, we don't want to grab Donut. Really, the only one we really want for now is Drain. Let's get our RSMs first. At least move +1 at the very least before we worry about anything else. And do we have? We don't have enough MP to use it twice. Shucks. All right, Delita can become a monk now. That's not a monk. That's a monk. And this isn't a shield. This is a shield. Alright, yeah, there's nothing else good to get him. We want to keep him with item, and weapon guard is kind of crap. So yeah, equip shield. We've got our shield monk Delita. Awesome. Alright, Delita doesn't need any more help, so we're just going to leave Algus as a crappy... Actually, well, to be fair, we are going to be going up against Order, so... As much as it goes against everything I stand for, I'm going to have to equip the bastard. I'm going to want to go back and get some better items, too, because we don't have the up-to-date clothing for those guys. So we're going to leave him as a squire, so that whatever actions he does do gets me some JP. Because he's not going to do much good for Delita's JP anymore, which was part of the original idea. So yeah, Delita's going to be the monk for the rest of the chapter, and learn fancy monkey skills. Anyway, our abilities. So, as I said, now the key abilities in the tree are all of the massively disabling variety. Well, almost all. Most notably, for example, Blind, of course, is very cheap and is basically guaranteed to score. It doubles the evade rate when an enemy attacks me, and as I said, I'll be wearing shields and mantles. I especially can afford to wear mantles more because my base movement speed is going to be 5. So I don't need boots nearly as much, so mantles are going to be a great choice a lot of the time. So this is a nice one if I've got bad soda. If I need to make sure the thing goes off, it's a good choice. It's also very cheap. Aspel, of course, absorbs MP and will let me get some of my own back. It'll be a good early pick to keep using abilities. Faith and Innocent are the ones that adjust it. We're not going to want to use Faith that often because it just primes an enemy to be hit by another one. Unless I learn that I can target these on myself, which I do not believe I can. Innocent will be good, though, as it completely shuts down an enemy caster. Zombie, of course, reverses healing. Silence shuts down casters. Berserk shuts down casters. There's a lot of ways to shut down casters, funnily enough. You notice I skipped over one of the abilities. Confuse is general. Despair is kind of an oddly named ability because it just removes positive status effects. That'll be handy on occasion. Don't Act is one of those ones that's really more useful when you can multi-target it. So I don't know how often I'll use it. Probably when I can't rely on one of my better ones. Now the key ones here are Chicken, Sleep, and Break. Sleep, of course, knocks an enemy out. It's got the best success rate of all of them, and it's the most reliable. And when an enemy goes to sleep, they'll do nothing until I shank them for bonus damage. Break turns them to stone. No, I don't need to say anything else. And Chicken is probably the most unique, and this is going to come up every now and again in some handy situations. It subtracts 50 brave at a very high success rate from the target. An enemy reduced to less than 10 brave literally turns into a chicken and runs away, regenerating 1 brave per turn until they get back up to 10. So these are going to be our 3 primary disabling spells. I don't know which ones are going to be the most well used. Chickens do give the bonus damage like sleep. I think in the end, chicken is going to be used against any enemy with less than 60 brave. Otherwise, sleep is going to be used, and that's only if break is going to be doesn't have a high enough chance of success. Lastly, we have Drain and Shock, which are going to be our damage spells and how we're going to take down Zodiac Beasts. Drain, of course, drains health from an enemy, and it drains a quarter of their life. Pretty handy, if I do say so myself. Against Zodiac Beasts, that's a lot of health. Furthermore, and Shock, what it does is it deals damage equal to how much health I've lost at 100% hit rate, making it fabulous for a lot of fights, especially for finishing fights, when I really need to finish them quick. It also has a massive range of 8. It's got gun range, so this is going to be a really handy, very important skill. One of the other things that's worth mentioning about these 2 skills is that they aren't affected by Zodiac. At least Shock isn't. Drain's success rate is, but not its damage. Which, of course, has shifted my priority in Zodiac choices. In the end, the hardest battles are going to not be the ones against a single Zodiac Beast. A single Zodiac Beast, I can just drain the life out of him, recovering any damage they do to me while doing massive damage to them. The harder ones are going to be the humans, where they don't have so much health that I'm gonna be able to just survive easily. So that was the one I decided to skill for, and that's why I picked Capricorn. But I'm not too certain about it. The harder fights are going to be the ones with multiple enemies, and the ones with human enemies who don't have so much health I can easily suck the damage they do back. I think the hardest one is going to be Zalbag, because we can't drain sword him. We can drain his minions in case we need the health, but that's probably not the best course of action to go along. We'll have to probably smack him a few times, and then when we're almost dead, shock him to death. But we'll conquer that as it comes, and we'll have the Excalibur by then. So, that's a list of our abilities. It's nice to have a battle. It's nice to have a character where I'm not complaining about my 70 faith. I want the 70 faith because it increases my success rate with my abilities. Can't raise it anymore, though, and I don't think we can adjust it with faith and innocence, but once we get the Reflect Mail, we won't have to. Won't work against everything, but, you know, it'll do the job. I can never remember where the hell this starts me off. I think I'm going to want to start off climbing up the building. So we're going to, I think this is this spot, but oh wait, it would have been this spot that, yeah. That's that. I do not know how positioning is determined. Actually, I don't think Ramja's position in this battle matters. Anyway. Did it? No, I think it did. Yeah, it did. Fancy. Fancy that. Alright. Now, the thing about Beowulf is he does have short range on his abilities, whereas the Geomancer had an effective range of 5 or 6, depending on the terrain. Beowulf's spells have a range of 4, except for Shock. But of course, for Shock to be useful, I have to have gotten the crap beaten out of me first. So, while we can outrun enemies, the necessity and usefulness of doing so is actually kind of limited. Mandalia heals all that back. Nice and groovy. Let's see. So, battles are probably going to start relatively close range, and then they're probably going to start pulling out so that I can make use of Shock at a range. I'm not entirely sure how they will evolve, because like I said, I can't get so far from the... I have to be within 4 spaces of the enemy, which means I am within getting the crap beaten out of me range by basically anybody if I can't use the terrain to my advantage. I missed Counterflood. Alright, it looks like I'm getting some hits here, so I'm going to want to suck the life out of somebody. Oh, Jesus. That guy's going to hurt. Oh, that guy's going to hurt too. Alright. We want to suck a decent amount of life and at a decent success rate. The alternative is to murder one of these guys, but that puts me way out too much on the front lines. If I suck the life out of this guy, I think I'll have enough to go on. So let's... Good, we hit. So Drain, get the extra health back and do the damage. We're going to go and hide in the back so that those guys are in position to heal me. If they don't kill me. Fuck. Alright, well, Dalia's got Phoenix Downs. Alright, and he's not using... Fuck you, Delita! You backstabbing son of a bitch! I give you auto potion, and this is how you treat me? You dick. Okay, now that wizard is nice. He's doing a good job in a service to humanity. Oh, at least he's scoring his auto potion. That's kind of nice. Alright. And he's wasting a potion on himself. Damn it, Algus! Okay. Oh, fuck you, Algus. You're still in the way, so... Ugh! Delita, heal me! Algus, I don't think he's even in range to heal me anymore. Crap. Alright, note for future attempts at this battle. Don't stand so close to the front lines. It'll kill you. Yeah, and... Yep, I'm dead. And they're not going to finish this battle. So, restart, do it again, stay further back. What the hell? Oh. I got into a random battle at Swiggy Woods. Thought that formation looked familiar. Alright, this is where we want to go if we want to start climbing up the building. So, yeah, I believe I've covered the Temple Knight reasonably well. I've covered all of the key points. I don't know exactly how our strategies are going to develop. Because there are just certain elements that I can't really kind of predict until I get to put them into practical effect. But we'll see. Hopefully everything will go reasonably well. Alright. And hopefully we won't suffer too much from the poor equipment choices. Alright, now, can I actually get up next to the archer from the start? Not if he moves in the back corner. Alright, okay. No, I can only get this far. And there's no reason, even if I could drain him, I wouldn't waste it this early in the fight. So we really need the, okay, good. He can get up there, punch him to death. Alright, but yeah, we need to be careful about those wizards. We are running High Faith, and we're always going to be running High Faith. But then again, you can't not run High Faith. But, you know, I like to come up with an excuse. You know, some kind of random justification. That's not my fault. And it makes everything much better. So yeah, for now we're going to have to be careful about them. Hopefully when we start wearing mantles and shields, mages will become a lot easier. And that's one of the things I'm really looking for in this. Having the base movement speed of 5, thanks to having a base movement speed of 4, and having, yeah, can I? No, I could, but I'd waste time. I don't really need to, waste. Okay. Yes, yes, burn him! Torch the bastard! Ah, joy. Stop stealing my experience in JP. You don't need it. I do. Delita does. Not you yet. Jerk. Alright, can't really get into position on these guys. So let's start moving down and we'll start getting ready to maul them. Ugh, I don't like this having very little MP thing. But unfortunately that'll go away after a while, especially once we take the time out to learn the MP drain ability. God damn it. So you'll revive Algus, but not me. You better have done that because you realized it was a way to get more experience faster. If you did it for any other reason, I swear to God. Alright. It seems I couldn't get in range, but this battle's going fine. Dead. I'll kill my archer and he'll kill the knight. Oh, don't even run away. Oh, thank you. Bless you for this gift. Actually, I'm starting to realize I've got pretty high, Oh, come on! Ranged attacks! Ah, crap. I don't even remember what I was talking about anymore. Alright, do I have bad save with this guy? Because I thought Drain Sword had a higher... Okay, good, yeah. It's closer to, I think, something like base 80% or so we'll be averaging. Alright. No, yeah, I want the experience. Gimme. Again, I forgot what I was talking about. Right, yeah, maybe robes. Actually, I don't know how much health the robe gives me, whether it's worth using it. I should have at least 24 base MP, which is good for 2 drains. And we're going to want to pick up the MP drain ability soon. I think we could take off another battle or so. I'm fine. Still feeling vivacious. We're only at a half an hour right now before editing. In fact, there's actually not much to edit, so you might be at a half hour too. So yeah, Sand Rat Cellar, babies. Alright, so what new abilities can we learn? Alright, Aspel gives us MP from the Void. We could learn Sleep, but that costs a crap ton of MP. MP we really can't afford to use. In fact, actually, I think we want to go for move +1, really, because that's just so handy. On the other hand, draining MP is handy, because it can just let me use Drain over and over again, but then again, how often? But again, I don't want to waste a turn to get MP back to use a turn to use MP when I could just stab people, especially considering in the early game, stabbing is just a much better option anyway. Okay. Monk. What do we have here? Okay, we don't really want to learn any things but these stuff, and we'll eventually want to pick up maybe Chakra, Wave Fist, you know, that kind of shebang. She moves, etc., etc. Alright, I'm trying to think, yeah, we'll give him move +1. It's a handy little ability. Doesn't know enough for Weapon Guard. And, okay. He's kind of worthless. But hey, he's a meat shield, and I won't complain about that. Alright. Looks like we're ready for the next fight. Savastot and Zakos Delta. No, I don't know what I was trying to do right there. I don't understand a thing I've ever done in my life. It's a mystery. Alright. So, we managed to get past Order Trade City without too many problems. Auto Potion, Monk Delita, does it with Flare. And I don't think we're going to have too much trouble early on. I think the hardest time is going to be around that time between when we would get things like Power Sleeve and Twist Headband and maybe Thief Hat, and when we get the Excalibur. That's going to be where, wow, you were completely worthless, weren't you, August? That's going to be probably one of the things where you are good for something, August. That's going to be where one of the biggest difference between the two challenges is going to be, between this and Geomancer, is probably going to be the lack of passing close. That's going to be the hardest part of the challenge. Yeah, see? High drain potential. Alright, and we'll take it. High chances, does some decent damage, restores health that we do indeed need. And we get some nice health back, and we'll wait in place. I believe you should move forward and make us... Why did you attack the guy who was blocking? The knight who was blocking! Yeah, well, whatever. I'll survive. For as long as I know how to live, I mean, I know I'm still alive. I'm sure I've done this joke before. I have done it lots of times. I will repeat. I will repeat. Hey, hey. So yeah, that's probably going to be the hardest time. Overall, compared to the Geomancer, this challenge is generally going to be easier, I think. Our biggest problem is going to be a matter of range. Killed to a rock to the head. Stoning. How all people should deal with nobles. Alright, 1697, much lower odds of success with more health. 19. I'll take the 19 health. Yeah, especially early on, Drain Sword is basically just going to be used as a health restoring mechanism. We're just going to worry about the best heal we can get. More so than actually dealing damage. Oh, she didn't auto potion that one. The biggest difference, again, between the Geomancer and the Temple Knight is the matter of range. Beowulf simply doesn't have very good range, except for Shock, but that requires him to get the crap beaten out of him in the first place. So there are going to be some cases where it's going to be handy and useful, but I would sometimes really just rather have the reliable range. And we're going to get this crystal. Crystals are going to be great, especially early on when we need the... Actually, I should have checked the abilities. I might have had Defender Counter Tackle. Probably not, but, you know. Oh, shit, I think Delita's going to go down. Nope, nope, good. Wait, High Potions. Ah, crap. Well, on the other hand, he actually did kind of need to use that High Potion, so I won't complain too much. But we might need to restart this one. Ah, good, a critical hit. How thoughtful of the computer. Alright, we're down to 3 guys. I'm still at full health. Oh, he just used up an X potion. Yeah, it's probably kind of wasteful, but, yeah, whatever. Probably should have bought those, thingamabobbers. Alright, let's, head down here. This way we can get out of the knight's range, so he can't attack us anyway, and we can start helping Delita. And stealing life from the innocent. Here we go. So yeah, early on, crystals are going to be great, because we really don't have that much mana. The spells are relatively expensive. Alright, he's not going to be able to get in range of anything useful. Well, he's going to go get in range of murdering Delita, but, you know. Besides that, I think there's a body keeping me safe here. Yes, there is. Hey, August is useful again. Alright, this one might still be a bit of a tricky fight. Now, this is the guy I have shit Zodiac against. What about this guy? He's a Taurus. I don't remember how that... Okay, that's good. So, we've got an almost guaranteed hit against him. I could go here or I could go here. I'm not sure which one's better. I think this is better because... Let's see. 4, 3, 2, 1 source. I think this is better because it forces them to attack me from one side, whereas in here, when I'm ready to get out and attack, I'd have to get into an unfavorable position. Good. Got the health through. Hopefully that guy won't crystallize. Fuck. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I can't outpace either of these guys, and they're both going to get healed to full. Actually, there's a chance this guy might go for my... Actually, what's his movement? Terrible. Alright, yeah, I don't have that much speed over this guy that I'm gonna... In fact, I don't think I have any speed over this guy, so... Yeah, he's gonna get there. At this point, I think my best hope is to sit here and... hope that guy turns into a crystal. And that guy's ignoring the crystal. Alright, this is going to be a risky maneuver, but I think it's worth it. I'm going to go and move out and try to go straight for the crystal. Alright, right, that guy's got terrible Zodiac against me, so he's... Oh, fuck. Please don't get the crystal, please. And he drops a fucking treasure chest. Shit. Fucking stones, man. Ugh. Alright, let's try that one again. Can't remember where that one went wrong. Oh, right, it went wrong when I decided to move away from the potential source of crystal. Yeah, early... That's the big difference, is that we just, we have an unreliable... We just can't keep the range that we could in the Geomancer. And the crystals are really vital, especially early on when we just simply don't have the extra MP to cast the spells that many times. Okay, doesn't he normally move, like, into the doorway so he's not surrounded by on all frickin' sides like a dumbass? Alright. I'm gonna make sure Delita makes the attack from the side so that he's in the doorway and he can receive the initial hits. Should've done that the first time. Damn you, Delita. Alright. Hopefully delete... Okay, I can't really do anything, but I don't have enough health that I really want to... I haven't taken any damage, so I'm not going to waste the drain, so we're just going to wait in place. We're going to wait in place again. He's going to come out and attack me, and crit. Lovely. Ouch. Thank you, Delita. Thank you so much for running away like a goddamn coward and leaving me to the angry mob. Jeez. Sure. Alright, we're going to walk around back. Alright, we're going to apparently pull this one out of the fortress. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. However, if we keep running away from the enemy, they're going to be nearby any forming crystals, which is a bad thing. We'll just take the hit. He doesn't frickin' auto potion. And now he's dead. Ugh. Did he auto potion once? Come on, let me have it. Let me have it. Please let me have it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could have fucking gotten it. I'm probably dead. We're gonna continue on, and maybe they'll be too stupid to get the crystal. It looks like they're too stupid to get the... Oh, fuck, did you just shoot me? Ugh. Alright, Okay, you know what? I'm taking those goddamn boots from Algus. He's misusing them. You're supposed to be a meat shield, not a meat die. You're going to stand in that doorway, and you're going to fucking like it. Ugh. So inconsiderate of him. Just because I expect him to die for my benefit. He's just gonna go and spite me about it. He's like, oh yeah, you want me to die? Woohoo! Leroy Algus! Ugh. Infuriating. Alright, this will probably be the last one then. We'll probably be approaching close to an hour by the time we finish up. And now this... Okay, now he won't stand in the doorway at all, but at least he's drawing them further out, so that's something. Algus, you can't even fail right. It's like, even when you win, I lose. Alright. Couldn't finish off the monk, that's kind of shucks. Alright, good. He's holding them in the doorway now. As long as he stays there and heals his ass. Or gets, you know, shot and killed in 5 seconds. Oh, hey, he's dodged. Like, he was pretending he was actually... Oh, god damn it. Tuh. Alright, finish off the monk. Actually, that's a decent chunk of health right there. But I think I'd also like to use it when I need a ranged attack, too. Alright, don't want to get too close, but this is just out of range of the knights. No, fine, do that roll. Alright. Magic swords, 20 health at a 93% chance is probably the best we're going to get. Phew. Yeah, I'd rather take the much higher chance and lose the 3 health. So a drain sword and weak place. What's my frontal classmate? Classmate is 14? Huh, I thought it was always powers of 5. Anyway, that's actually not a half bad classmate. Especially considering our movement speed, we should have an easy time keeping enemies in front of us. So with the shields and the mantles and defend, we're going to be very dodgy. Please don't tell me Algus is actually going to outlive Delita. Alright. I know these guys are okay, so we're just going to drain again and wait in place. Because, hey, health and waiting in place is always a fun thing to do. God damn it, Delita! Oh, son of a bitch, he's got potion. Alright. Okay, what am I doing for potions? Is he not using some amount of potions? I could have sworn I had enough potions, and that was why he... At least some... Yeah! Plenty of potions. Well, not plenty of potions. Plenty of potions would probably be an incorrect term. Let's go and make it plenty of potions. What the... Yeah. Alright, and a bunch more potions. Oh, right, I was standing on Dorter Trade State. I didn't have to... No wonder it seemed so far away. Ugh. NPCs, man. Can't live with them, can't live without them. Especially in Chapter 1. Alright. Yeah, I wonder what screws up, because sometimes it doesn't show Rums's portrait at all, sometimes it shows it properly. Alright, I forgot to remove that thing from him. God damn it, now he's going to get his ass mauled. Instead of being a proper meat shield. Wait, is the monk actually, or is there another monk that I'm not familiar with? Okay, so now we're getting... Oh, no, there is another monk that I forgot. Hopefully this one can... And he's dead.
At least the monk didn't get a chance to use Spin Fist on us this time. And Delita's actually using his frickin' auto potion. Isn't that sweet? Alright, yeah, last time I double weighted in place, so I'm gonna at least try moving around. Give myself some alternatives. Okay. I should come out and try to... Oh, wait, you can get ranging. I should have freaking faced him. We're just going to go in for a fake shot. This is early on. 1, 2, 3. Early on, we can afford to take face shots on knights. They're not that dodgy yet. And he's down. Doing fairly well. Alright, I could get there, but then I'd be open to attacks on all sides. So I'd rather use this body as a shield and then drains the life out of somebody. So 23 at 84. Highest chance, most health. And I fucking miss. Oh well, at least the lead is working properly. So yeah, that was the problem with this one, is he just went for... Oh god damn it, he gets a crit, and that's when he does an auto potion. Alright, Alright, I want to kill this monk before he gets a chance to do any more damage. And he's got too much health for me to drain, so we'll save the... Oh shoot, I forgot to sit right. Alright, well, 3 guys. If we can get a potion, and we still got most of our MP left, if we can get a crystal, we're in pretty good shape. Let's go for this guy again, if it actually hits. Good. Alright, so these guys, I don't want to get into a position where I won't be able to get to the body. So this is a good spot to sit. This will give me a shield on one side and decent access to the body if it crystallizes. Which it should do right after... Fuck, I need that crystal a lot. I think I'm kind of doomed now. I kind of needed that crystal. Okay, we can go back here and take out... Or start taking out the archer and hope the monk crystallizes. If the monk doesn't crystallize, we're pretty doomed. Alright. This is proving to be surprisingly difficult. Anyway, let's remove these battle boots from Algus again. Still, this one shouldn't be that hard. Just had a couple spots. I wouldn't say bad luck, but I think we might need a little bit of decent luck to finish this one out. But, we'll see. I should be able to finish this. I think we can finish it this time now that I got the frickin' potions and Algus isn't going to suicide. I can't believe I ever said I didn't want Algus to suicide. Good, dodge that. So now he's actually going to take some blows rather than running in and getting insta-gibbed. Same as before. Frontal attack by Beowulf. Now, shoot. Wait, what? Oh, he must be wearing... He's got a quick shield. No wonder he had such a high evade rate. Ugh. Might be more annoying than I anticipated. And I got him for 33 fucking damage. Oh, I've got half a mind to restart this one already. Alright, I'm gonna want to get in because I don't like being locked out when Delita stands in the doorway. And he's not using his freaking auto potion. Well, at least Algus is sandbagging and making himself meatier for my benefit. God damn it. $14 at 70%. Jesus Christ. Superstar. Do you think you're who you say you are? I'm going to take it anyway. Got at least a hit. Alright, we're still going to be... That's a long time to wait for a crystal, but, I don't know. Hopefully, Delita will be a little bit more reliable in his auto potions and be able to wreak some havoc while I'm... and make me a crystal somewhere. There we go. 18-point view. Algus is doing a good job of separating the enemies and not dying too much while he's doing it. Take that back. Still, they're pretty separated. It's just the archer here now, so we can finish it pretty easy. Delita moves in for the kill, and does not fail me like a terrible friend. That's always a good thing. Alright. Guys, alright, so 2497. Jesus, I think the choice here is obvious. If I am within range of their mighty sword. So we'll move back. Alright, Delita drops one. Alright, we're down to 3 enemies. That's pretty good. Delita's still alive with decent health. I'm out of MP, but I've got almost full health. And I'll be able to pick that guy up if he crystallizes. Alright, yeah. This'll be the winning run, and then we'll turn it off after this. Hopefully he will crystal. Oh, fine. Be that way. Alright, I don't want to risk it, though. Maybe he's got a shield. Nope. Could use an improved shield, although I might be able to buy one at the next opportunity anyway. But, no reason to take a risk. Let Delita get in front. Let's see, does he have anything I can use? No. Yeah, I'm actually going to check the abilities, because there's a chance that they can carry, like, move +1 or counterattack or something. Alright, same hit chance, this one does more damage. Don't need the heal, but hey, I'd like to make the attack and get the experience. Oh, geez, now they're focusing on me. How impolite of them. Delita, boot to the head. No, I'm not going to turn down 3 crystals. Nope. Obviously, it won't apply to ability, so it's probably only going to really matter for counterattack, because I'm not really going to worry about it for the other abilities I've made. Because I'm not going to wait for move +1 and defend as well. It might come up, but probably not. Oh, the treasure chests. I'm only not angry because that gets you more experience. Ah! 280% blocks in a row. Well, whatever, it's not going to cost me the battle, so I can live with that. Especially when it looks so sexy. I mean, look at that ascot. Sexy, man. Sexy. After all of his failing, Algus finishes this fight. I'm ashamed. Alright. So that was the first 4 battles of the Temple Knight solo challenge. We'll probably continue on. It's pretty fun. I think I had more fun doing this one and commenting about it than I did the Heaven Knight. So this one's probably going to go. I don't know how reliable updates will be. I don't have quite the time that I used to, so I may or may not be able to fit some fights in. Especially when we get to the more serious stuff. Because by then I'll probably be busy. I'll be even busier anyway. So let's go and make a few adjustments in skills and items first. Alright, buckler, we didn't pick one of those up, so. Why does it want to remove the shield? Alright, oh, fudge sickles. Do we have mantles yet? Okay, we do have mantles. More potions, another Phoenix down. We should have moved +1 by now, although small mantles aren't that impressive. But on the other hand, I'm not going to knock it. I really don't need 6 movement. So we'll go and pick this up for... We'll go and pick one up for everybody. And we already have a linen robe in case we... how does that compare, by the way, in terms of... minus 10 health, plus 10 mana. That actually does afford me a 3rd casting of Drain, which is worth more than 10 health in the grand scheme of things, so I think I'm going to go with the linen robe for now. Probably use the robes more often early on until we get enough mana that it's going to make it... that it's not going to be important anymore. And as far as abilities, yep, we have enough for move +1. And enough for sleep, I think, will be our first disable. We're going to stick with Sleep, yeah, especially considering it's the cheapest of all the disables. We're probably going to stick with this one for a while. Chicken is nice, but it's also very expensive. And I do want to... Although, to be fair, I don't have a lot of high-priority targets. I mean, I want to get Aspel, and I want to get Shock, and then the 3 disables are on my list. And I guess Counterattack was on there somewhere. But I think Sleep Drain and Aspel will do for starters, and then we'll grab Counterattack, and then we'll worry about the rest of them. Shock we won't get till later on, simply because it's not going to do that much damage unless we're critical. Like, really critical. Like, oh my god, we're so freaking dead. So, we got that. Deleted can't learn Chakra, but he's got items, so Wave Fist is a more important early pickup. Now we can punch people from ways away. Way, way away from here I'll be. Way, way away so you can't see. How it feels to be alone and not bleed. Alone and not bleed. Alright, August is basically there as a meat shield, so the more he meets, the better. Delete's got auto potion, so he doesn't need the defense as much. But we'll go with a small mantle. We're probably gonna... probably our default slot is gonna be a mantle throughout this, because... like I said, we've got 5 movement speed without it, which is enough in case we want to maintain our distance. We don't always want to maintain our distance anyway. So, that'll probably be the best choice. We don't actually get much out of... We get some decent power out of our Bracer, but we're not going to be using sword fighting as a primary source of damage. Not unless we're in a circumstance where we really want to wear a mantle anyway. And, what are some of the other options? Speed Shoes might be nice, but those come in late. They might actually come around the same time as Excalibur, where +1 speed isn't nearly as important. So yeah, in the end, it's going to be vital. One last thing I thought I'd mention. For those of you who don't know, MA is almost worthless. In the Magic Sword formulas, MA only ever enters into one part of the calculation, and that's the percent success rate. And for each point of MA adds +1 success rate. I don't remember whether it's... I think that's to the unmodified by faith calculations. I could be wrong. It could be after the fact. But even if it's after the fact, that means it's going to be a difference of like 5% at the very end of the game, thanks to our MA. So yeah. Wizard Mantles, I mean, sure, I won't complain about the free MA from them, but it's not going to matter. Anyway, that's the first 4 battles. That's the first bits of equipment. That's basically everything you need to know. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the new series. Sorry about canceling the Heaven Knight, but like I said, there just wasn't much for me to say. I couldn't really, carry on and comment on it. I couldn't get too enthused about it, because while I found it peacefully fun, it wasn't really that challenging. There wasn't much to think about, much to comment on. So, in the end, this one should go a little bit better, more reliable. I don't know how often I'll update, because like I said, I'm going to be more busy. But that should be everything for now. I will see you guys next time, and have a good evening.